What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Hangar Zilch 79. You may not realize this, but I'm recording this the day after my previous video, Wolfpack Mission 1 in the intro, which is surprisingly consistent for me. That's 2 days in a row in which I have done something. Right? The struggle is real, guys. It really is. I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm not going to think that far ahead, but what we are going to do is we're going to fly this magnificent P-47. We're going to learn about it together. As I sip cold black coffee from this morning's pot. I had to work early this morning, and I gotta say, I'm not a fan of that. I'm a wake up after the sun has been chilling for a while. So I found out, check this out. Where's this wallpaper coming from? Yeah, you got the wallpapers down here, but did you know that you can make one user wallpaper, and you can also, a lot of these campaigns that you may have purchased, right? I didn't know this until embarrassingly recently. A lot of these campaigns come with their own friggin' wallpaper, right? I mean, look at this. See if I reflect it, it's got a theme song. The maps do too, and yes, but look, check this out. I made a user theme. I made this one myself using somebody's image I stole and a song I stole. I kind of like it. If you recognize this song, we should be friends. Anyway, I'm gonna switch it back to the. That's a bonus tip for you guys. A little bonus user interface tip from yours truly. And if you really want to know where that song's from. Yeah, we're gonna use the Wolfpack wallpaper for the remainder of the Wolfpack. You know, you know what? Whatever. I don't need to talk about this. It's more rock, less talk. Mission 2. Yeah. So there was a VHS tape. I said last video, or I would watch any scrap of aviation footage I could find. Back when I was growing up. There's this one tape. I don't know where my dad got it. It was called Top Gun Jets 2. I think the entirety of it's on YouTube right now. And it's got like music videos, mostly, I think it's mostly Air Force stuff. And it's just like cool synth rock, you know, with, you know, it'd be like, you know, red flag exercises, or, you know, the A-10 is on it for like, it was like, this is like 1990, 91. And like, I was just, the only time I had ever seen A-10 flying was like at air shows. It was back when they were painted green. And like, I was like, I'm just desperate to watch any kind of A-10 footage, and it's got like 3 to 5 seconds of an A-10 doing some turns. I think it was the speckled Jaws or Jet Camel, you know, the one where they did the exercise and they did a bunch of experimental camels on the A-10A, and it's like kind of gray painted with 2 different color green spots. You know, you're not here for that. You're not here for that. But we're talking about Thunderbolts, so chill your cool it. Everything's fine. Anyway, that tape, Top Gun Jets 2. You know, it had like the F-16 video, and the Thunderbirds video, and the F-15 and the F-111. That song is from the F-16 one. That was always my favorite. It's kind of a banger. But back then, nobody called songs bangers. All right, mission 2. March 27th, 1944. The enemy is the Third Reich, as always. We have 2 fuel tanks. 180 gallons. I'm not going to read that. I'll let the good voice actor do his job. I didn't try Channel C on the radio last mission. I should have done that. Take off the quartering right headwind. Excuse me. White 4. K-Worth White 4. Okay, so we're gonna pick up the bombers on their way out. So we are gonna do what the guys who relieved us last mission did for us. So we're gonna go pick them up and then bring them back safely. And see how that goes. Exact production, what happened? Oh, there's documents? Oh, a blank report in case one from them. Oh, that's really cool. See, I love that shit. So usually I do look in the campaign documentation. I didn't think to do it for World War II. I should know better. The way folks like reflected and I mean, this is what I'm flying right now. So I gotta say, as far as talent and dedication goes, I will put the DCS community up against any guys. You guys are fucking awesome. The amount of expertise and just talent and skill that you guys have.
Gentlemen, the Luftwaffe seems to have disappeared. We've had a few uneventful ramrod missions in the last few weeks, and now we are being tasked with a withdrawal support for the bombers coming back from Bordeaux. A group will take off at 15:10 hours, call sign Yardstick, set course at 15:20 hours, then head across the channel. Your rendezvous point is over frac camps. Although we haven't seen much of the Luftwaffe lately, we've had a few men missing due to other mishaps. The weather is still cold and the channel is freezing. If you experience any problems, better abort than carry on and crash behind enemy lines. If you do get in trouble, contact Air Sea Rescue for pickup. Some of you are still not wearing those Thunderer escape whistles that we've been issued. For Christ's sake, put it on the collar hook of your A2 jacket. Finding a man in the drink is like looking for a needle in a haystack. Now off you go.
All right, gonna start things up a little more. Gonna try to do a little more of a slightly more realistic job. My goal is to be able to do a proper.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
I want to do this as realistically as I can.
Copy.
All right.
Ground power is now on.
One, two, three, four. Mags on. We're gonna tap this to push the brushes. Tap this into energize. What do we do? Tap this to energize real quick, just to contact the brushes to something I just read, and then we're gonna do the same 15-second count.
Clear!
Clear prop. Dude under the props got 1 second. Okay. What? Let's try that again.
Clear!
Didn't do anything. I didn't have both mags on. Maybe that was my problem, but I don't think that would.
Clear!
There we go. Didn't spin. That was weird. Probably just bungled the controls or something. Flaps because I have wing tanks. I'm gonna run up to 900 RPM. Drops at the max. going to heat this up between 100 and 200 something or others. Oil temperature is going to heat up a little bit. We're going to close the. You're going to put the oil thing. At neutral to help that up a little bit. Actually, if it's closed, it moves. So. Turn on the guns. Turn the P2 heat. Radio on. Don't worry about these this mission. That's going to be the intercoolers would adjust this. That's going to be okay. Talking to myself like a crazy person. I think it's. I'm just going to let it warm up here for a second. I think I've done everything I can. Okay, cool. Let's see how much effect that cow flap has. That a little bit, and we're going to do a run up. So I'm going to push it up to 2,000 RPM. Braking brake is set, and from there we're going to mess with a couple of things. Start with the magnetos. RPMs. Alright, now we're going to do it to one mag. Watch for a 50 RPM drop. Yep. Cool. Yep. Okay, both mags are working. Alright. Everything's good. It was a little warm. Or a little cool, rather. Mess with this. Okay, great. That's working. That was a manual RPM control. Actually, not RPM control. That's prop pitch control, like manual prop pitch, like old school. Everything's traveling free and clear, and I think we're ready to go. I would like my oil temp to be a little higher, but. Deal. So throttle back to. I'm going to keep it over just over 1,000, and the reason for that is because I want to keep my battery charging. So, two brakes in. Also, let's disconnect the ground power.
Chief, turn off the ground power. Copy. Ground power is now off.
Hey, I feel like I know what I'm doing sometimes. One thing I think every DCS dude has asked themselves is, and some of them actually know the answer because they've done it, but like how much this translates to real life. I don't have enough experience to tell you. What I will tell you is I did go for my private pilot's license before I ran out of fucking money, because flying is only for rich people anymore. But the one thing that actually did help me was pattern work in the Spitfire and DCS. You know, just pay attention and really watch that sync rate, your speed, and all that other stuff. That was one thing that really, like, when I did that, the day before I had a lesson that actually, was like, oh, hey, the Spitfire, like, if you can land that in DCS, you're doing okay. Like, it's really fucking difficult. So that was the one thing I found helped me out. I mean, the academics, obviously, like, you know how an airplane works. You can run a startup and shutdown procedure. And what you find real quick is that we shortcut, most of us anyway, in DCS shortcut a ton of stuff. So you can develop bad habits real quick. And another thing, this is how my instructor knew without me mentioning DCS or any other the rest of my background. Just, you know, most people who take flying lessons have always wanted to fly. It's just, like, flying is like innate from what I can tell, but people who love flying, who love airplanes, have always been that way. I cannot remember a time when I wasn't like, I'd rather be flying right now. It's just the coolest thing you can do. Since I can remember, like, since I knew what an airplane was, it's like, I want to do that. But he's like, you're a flight simulator guy, aren't you? And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, you play a flight simulator. You I can tell. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, because you are staring, you're laser locked onto the instruments. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, you're right. Because, like, in a sim, we don't have, you know, the physical cues, like physical, the physical sensations and stuff, unless you've got a super fancy simulator rig. With force feedback and a G seat and all that fancy shit, like, it kind of maybe get you a little closer, but, so the only input we have is to what the airplane is doing. Is, like, how fast it's going, etc., etc. So, the instruments. Tail wheel locked. Damn, this thing's got a lot of torque. Full right rudder. Come on, get up, you fat bitch. Ugh, damn this thing. It does not like taking off. It's like the opposite of a Spitfire. It's like, this thing hates the sky. It's like, I want to stay on the ground. I like it. I'm big. Yeah, and of course the UFO, alright, so I'm gonna pull my throttle back to 20, let's go to 2550. Like that. Try our damnedest to, so you saw, it said, you know, step on the ball, and I'm like, motherfucker, I am full right rudder, and the plane is still skidding on the ground. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this thing. That engine is no joke, and like, that's a lot of fucking torque. Jesus, that was terrifying. And I'm like, I got, you know, the manual's like, oh, you don't need flaps in a P-47 unless you've got a heavy load, and it's like, even with my flaps, this thing wanted to stick to the fucking ground, man. It's like I'm built like a tank, so I may as well like fly like one. And like the Spitfire just wants to be off the ground like the instant it's got some power applied to it. So we're gonna close my cowl flaps. That should be sufficient. Air blowing through the front of the engine. nice, cool-ish. Alright, gear is up. Let me double check that by cheating. Yep, okay. Looking cool. What else? What else? Anything else I need to adjust? Post takeoff. No, this should make me slower, so whatever. Once again, I'll just have to settle for being within visual range of the people I'm supposed to be flying formation with. Oh, I can see them? Okay, that's about as good as I can hope for. Just DCS things. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at him just like... Ugh. It makes me a little grumps, I gotta say. Like, I'm kind of over it, but also... You know, I want to do this shit right. And, look at these motherfuckers out here. They're just like... yeah, the experimental P-47... X has the Rolls-Royce Neen engine experimentally added to it and capable of speeds in excess of 600 miles per hour. So I'm actually trying to fly off of lead there. Like, I should be flying off of freeze wing. But because AI, I'm trying to...
This is Kenworth, Blue 3. My cockpit is smoking. I'll have to go back.
Yeah, you should, buddy. Take a
Go
leap
back,
with you.
take a wingman. Are you going back with me? Take Blue 4 back with you. Did you get the message? Go back with Blue 3. Roger.
There you go. Oof. It's amazing how little of a... Like, you don't realize how focused you are on formation until you glance away and look back and you're like, you're all fucked up. You're really, like, I don't know how you could fly a close formation like this and keep your head on a swivel at the same time. I guess you'd have to be like, you know, quick scan, right back. Quick scan, right back, something like that. Your visual scan. Like, but see, even with that, I'm all jacked. Jacked up. Not jacked. I'm not in bad shape, I gotta say, for a 46-year-old dude. I was born in, yeah. So they named my channel Zilch. I think it's Zilch 79. Yeah, 79. That's not just a good Smashing Pumpkin song. That is my birth year, which means I'm 35. Ooh, frame rate stutter. Something's happening. Oh, there's them bombers. Big friends, 12 o'clock.
Poncho, 12 o'clock. This is Post Gate, Yellow 2. Roger, I see them. Those are the big friends.
Oh, lots of them. Holy shit. Wow, that's a big damn formation. And then the next challenge is going to be, what are these AI bros going to be doing in a few seconds when we go to merge formation with the bombers? Probably nothing I can match. Looks like those are the P-47s. We're leaving up high. Bombers down low, I would assume. And keeping in formation with these guys as we escort them back. I think it's going to be a lost cause, but I'll do what I can.
Yeah, what's the little fuss about? There's too darn much congestion here.
Hey, there's no such thing as too much fighter cover.
Roger. Let's proceed to the rear of the formation.
I'm afraid of what's going to happen in a few seconds. Once these guys make a turn, I'm at high risk of a mid-air collision. Oh shit. Alright. Right rudder, right rudder, right rudder. Throttle back, throttle back, throttle back. Way back. Way back, way back. Alright. You know, could have gone a lot worse. Come on, guys. I want to get back. Okay, okay. You know what? You know, I'm clenching a lot more than I would in a dogfight this shit. As AI formation turns go, that could have gone a lot worse. I'm not talking about my skills or anything. I'm talking about, well, I didn't die. Yeah. If I can risk some hands-off time for a moment, adjust my seat. There we go. That's a little better. Whale's a little cool, actually. That up a little bit. Oh, for fuck's sake. Never gonna keep up with these dudes.
This is keyword Blue 1, 4109. It's 3 o'clock. Diving on that straggler.
Are we gonna go get them?
I see them, keyword. Gun switches on. Follow me down.
Yes. Did I drop them? I did. Okay. And while I was doing that, the action happened. So, where are we? Where are we looking for these 109s? I feel better already getting rid of those damn tanks. That looks like a furball over there. That looks like somebody's shooting at me. Well, we got a trick for that. No, that's got to be the 109 right there. Ooh, this thing. What the fuck, bro? Well, we got a trick. It's called dive the fuck away.
Passing below you.
Really? Really? Fucker. Alright, well, I was going to show my failures. Here's number 1. High altitude performance of P-47, not quite up to what I want it to be, but that's not the plane's fault, that's me. I have no idea how fast I'm going. try to make it home on this shit.
He's diving away.
Yeah?
First gate, let's drop down and find something to strafe.
Alright, well, I've taken a hell of a lot of damage, and should be... Based on what I just did, I would expect to be way the fuck away from 109. I'm fast. What's my airspeed? I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna make it back, guys. You saw what happened? I'm like fucking around with my drop tanks. While that was going on.
Postage Red 1, there's some trucks with soldiers in them.
Oh yeah, let's go do that. Well, I don't see anybody on the tab. Let's see what we can do about getting home. I am not facing anywhere. Alright. So, it kind of pisses me off a lot, but, you know. This thing shot the shit. Let's pull back the RPM a little bit. Now, I've got no oil pressure, which means I got no oil, which means this engine's gonna seize up. Alright. Failure number 1. Note to self.
Pilot just bailed out.
Bind drop tanks to this. That way I don't have to fuck around with that. Yeah, so it was a loss of SA, and then that 109 just slid in on my tail, and like I don't know, BFM fucking sucked. Like I'm better than that, for fuck's sake, you know? Like I'm not horrible at this, and that was horrible. But by the time I knew it was there, like that's how it goes. The ones that shoot you down are the ones you do not see until it's like, okay, fucking do it. See how far this can get with no oil. I mean, at this point, I almost trust this plane to get me home. Like, if it hasn't shut down yet, I don't think it will. I don't know how it's running with no oil. Oil pressure. Maybe. And if they pick him up and not me, I'm going to be kind of grumpy about that.
Come on, Everett, bail out, bail out.
Curious if I landed here. I wonder if I can get that far. Step 1, return to England. Step 2, try to land on it. Yeah, good luck with that. I will take it personally if they pick him up and not me. Yeah, I think I can put this into bridge. Yeah, you know, it ain't broke. I'm not. You know what? It's been running like this at my current setting. I'm just gonna leave it as is. Fuel star, maybe I should go to bridge. Let's go to bridge. I got plenty of fuel in this episode. I can split up the engine. Let's change it. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that broadcast. Let's smooth it out a little bit. Or it's about to die. I had to fuck with it.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. I can't make it back to the coast. I'm gonna ditch it in the drink. Can anyone receive?
Come on.
2, 3, 4, 4, 3,
Gonna get cold. I wasn't high enough. Alright, let's see what actually happened. Oh, my pilot didn't die. Doesn't tell me what. Turn indicator, excessive vibration. You don't say. External tanks, pressure lines damaged. Magneto 1 failure. Cylinder head 15 and 17. Elevator, yeah, no shit. Speedometer depress. Variometer hose clogged. Engine 1 intake pierced. Auxiliary fuel tank minor leading. Right hydraulic line. Again, I got left engine cylinder. Engine 1 degraded. So I gotta wonder. Oh, I got hit by flak too? What is this, a fuck you? Oh, come on, guys. Anyway, yeah, you gotta kill fish. Alright, well, we're gonna fly that again. I am disappointed. I really am. I was pretty nice and confident after that last mission, but this one I'm like, how many mistakes did I make? One big one. Alright, so there's... Alright, let's keep this honest. We're just gonna end this. Failure. Alright, back at it. Sucking slightly less, and it turns out I had a few things wrong about the P-47, like I said. There's gonna be a learning experience, and we're learning by failing. Chicken. So, obviously I knew I couldn't fight the P-47 as if it were a Mustang. That's just asking to fail. But I figured energy fighting like boom and zoom tactics would carry over reasonably well. That's not the case. At least it's not as straightforward as that. So, I did some practice dogfights against Anton at various altitudes and ended up getting my ass kicked every time. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So, the problem is the P-47 likes to keep doing whatever it happens to be doing. Whether you're turning, climbing, diving, whatever. So, the game here in BFM is not like energy fighting like a Mustang would. The Mustang's good at converting this. So I got some advice online. I went to the 4YA Discord. Got some excellent advice in ways that I can actually understand it, which is saying something. Excuse me one second. It's 8:30 p.m. and I'm drinking coffee. What? Fuck you. I'm not weird. You're weird. So what I was told was the goal is you kind of have to long game it. Like, you will retain energy really well, so you have to be conservative and kind of long game them down into a low energy state, and then you can be patient and kind of worm your way behind them. It's not a case where, you know, flying the Mustang up high, I felt like, you know, untouchable. But anyway, yeah, let's just get going. I don't know if I'm going to replay for you guys the whole transit period. Do the startup again, and we'll get back into it.
Gentlemen, the Luftwaffe seems to have disappeared. We've had a few uneventful ramrod missions in the last few weeks, and now we are being tasked with a withdrawal support for the bombers coming back from Bordeaux. A group will take off at 15:10 hours, call sign Yardstick. Set course at 15:20 hours, then head across the channel. Your rendezvous point is over frac camps, Although we haven't seen much of the Luftwaffe lately, we've had a few men missing due to other mishaps. The weather is still cold and the channel is freezing. If you experience any problems, better abort than carry on and crash behind enemy lines. If you do get in trouble, contact Air Sea Rescue for pickup. Some of you are still not wearing those Thunderer escape whistles that we've been issued. For Christ's sake, put it on the collar hook of your A2 jacket. Finding a man in the drink is like looking for a needle in a haystack. Now off you go.
Starting this thing up is pretty damn simple, I gotta say. Alright, so we got... one, two, trace, 4. And then we're gonna start it. Where's my starter? Shit. Oh yeah, we gotta do this thing.
Clear!
I don't think I energized long enough. Let's do this. Oh.
Clear!
Might help to pump fuel from a tank that's active. Duh.
Clear!
Oh. Couple of pointers here. God damn it. Don't take pointers from me. That's pointer number 1. Crack the throttle.
Clear!
Alright, seems like a good start. Alright, let's warm this baby up. Okay, so some pointers, other pointers I got. One, remember I said remind me I need to open my cowl flaps in the landing? Apparently that's not true. Don't do that. It'll overcool. 2, what was I gonna tell you guys? Excuse me. Ah, yes. These things. These are how you drop the tanks. The belly is on the left, and then the left is in the middle. You know, because that's how you should do it, I guess. And then the right is on the right. So what I did is, check this out. I highly recommend doing this. Go to, this doesn't come... Jettison left wing and right wing hardpoint, jettison any of it. You're going to have to, these keyboards aren't, it doesn't come stock with these commands. So set keyboard commands like this, or set something on your HOTAS, or whatever you got. I have a Logitech G13, which is a game board, which is like bindable keys. So, you know, I can just tap these. You got to kind of press and hold, and then the tanks will release. And that way, you don't have to do what I did when I got shot down and be looking down here and messing with the mouse and meanwhile You know, Curve First is kind of sneaking up behind you and gonna put 30mm holes in your beautiful aircraft and allow you to test its durability like I did last time. I'd rather test its firepower. So hopefully I get to do that this time. Yeah. Let's get this warmed up a little more quickly than we might otherwise. To close that shit up. Get this above 100. Good enough. We're gonna open that back up so it doesn't overheats. And then we're gonna run up to 2,000. Test the mags. Drop. Drop. Dropping. Raising. Alright, everything's working the way it should. Let's move. Oh, wait.
Request repair.
No, no, no!
Unable to comply.
Good. I meant that.
Chief, turn off the ground power. Copy. Ground power is now off.
Yeah, so, apparently how I landed the first time wasn't horribly bad. It felt fast to me, but that's because you have to land this thing fast, because if you don't, because it's a fat bitch, it does tend to want to sink. Landed with your tail wheel locked, apparently. Keep that in mind. Yeah, so you want to touch down around 150 miles per hour. 115 miles per hour. 115, which is a lot faster than like the 90 I just got used to in the Mustang. Or even lower in the case of the Spit, which I think floats. This thing does the opposite of float. It is like, the 47 is like the opposite of the Spitfire. And this thing is a big, heavy monster that's, you know, likes to drop out of the sky, dives really well, doesn't climb really well. It's like backwards, right, from the Spit. Can you imagine, you know, back in the day trying to transition because like your life freaking depends on it, from something like the Spitfire to the 47? Like going to the Mustang I can kind of see, but like the Spit to the 47, you get the bends from that much, you know, transition that quickly. It's just a completely different animal altogether. And even what I've learned, because I learned how to dogfight World War II style in the Mustang primarily, and then the Spit, basically once you learn how to fly that thing, it dogfights on its own. It just kind of knows what to do. But using this is completely different. I'll discuss that en route. I'm going to try and put it into practice in a manner at least. I don't care so much that I get the kill this mission. I care that I do not die. We got to manage our expectations here, guys. Fortune favors the bold, but also it favors people who are not overconfident. It's great, kid. Don't get cocky. You know what I mean? Fuck you, I'm on a bus. fat bitch. Come on! God, this thing does not like to get off the ground. Oh. You need every bit of this fucking runway in this thing. Jesus Christ. Gotta pick up my gear just like the instant they get off the ground. It's like, this bitch still don't. Yeah. Alright, so let's do this thing. Oh yeah, you know. There we go. Let's use the right tank first because I got in that habit last mission. Starting at, looks like 315. Let's give it a good, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes and we'll switch sides. Close them cowl flaps. I think we're clean and ready to go. How we doing over here? Everything's in neutral. Pretty good, pretty okay with that. Alright, so the rest is formation, flying, etc. So I'll probably edit the rest of what happens out, and then until we get to where the action happens, guys. You don't need to listen to me babble while I'm flying formation again, do you? If anything, different changes, I'll edit it back in there, but it's probably just going to be the same flight as last time. Alright, just crossed in. And flying reasonably a decent formation, fighting against my plane. The engine kept... Here's another pro tip for you guys, we're learning as we go. If you're flying, and the engine's like... like pulsating up and down, like... Your turbo RPM, your engine RPM, and your manifold pressure keeps popping up and down, like in intervals of 5 to 10 or whatever, and you have to keep fighting it. Chances are pretty good you didn't lock this thing down. Your engine primer, you have to lock that thing shut, otherwise the engine fuel flow, I guess, becomes irregular, and it's like, vroom, vroom. And I'm looking at my throttle thinking I have an axis binding problem, and no, it's holding still, but my engine is behaving strangely, that's why. So in my practice dogfights, I did lose most of them, or at least fight to a point where I was like, yeah, I don't have an advantage anymore, and I would try and egress. Turning with the 109K is usually, that goes predictably, but you know, you gotta, even more so than the Mustang with the 47, it does appear like you really gotta keep your speed up. And failing that, at least trade your airspeed for altitude so that you can cash back out on the way back down.
Yeah, what's the little friends about? There's too darn much congestion here. Roger. Let's proceed to the rear of the formation.
Formation hell, I guess. But at least I didn't crash into anything. Well, good Lord. I got half a mind to preemptively punch off my drop tanks, but I might need that fuel, so we're going to hold off a little bit. So we got 47s over here. Bombers down here. Presumably bombers up ahead. In the cons. Frame rate in the shitter. 47s. Just trying to keep my awareness up a little better than I did last time, because damn, guys.
This is keyword Blue 1, 4109. It's 3 o'clock. Diving on that straggler. I see them, keyword. Gun switches on. Follow me down.
Oh, I see them now. There they are. See that down there? It's gotta be it. Is that a lighting effect? Anyway, let's get some smash going, otherwise I'm gonna be smashing myself. See if we can find ourselves some targets to shoot. What do we got here? 47, 47. Nothing on my 6 that I can see. My thought is, if I stay close to a friend, maybe I'll live a little longer. Kind of an informal patch meet. Wait, I don't like that. What's this? 47, I think. That's probably a 109 down there. I'm most worried about whatever
2 o'clock.
this guy is. It's a jug.
He's diving away.
Alright.
Okay, let's drop down and find something to strafe.
May as well. Ooh. Alright, well we survived that where we did not previously. Nothing I can see on my 6. How's my engine doing? Temps are all in okay levels. Let's close my oil gate a little bit.
Okay, Red 1, there's some trucks with soldiers in them. Roger, attacking.
Wait, what's this shit? Whatever that is, I want a piece of it. Well, maybe. If the odds are ever in my favor, that is. The problem is probably just my screen settings or whatever. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at here.
Pilot just bailed out.
I'm going to presume that guy back there, this guy, is probably a 109.
Keyword, rejoin.
I don't think I'm going to rejoin anything because I don't have the ability to do that. But this looks like an enemy fighter because it doesn't look as fat as everybody else. So I'm going to commit on it. And I've got lots of smash. It's like a 190 maybe? How the hell is he getting away from me? I'm at like 400 IAS. Man, it's German, whatever it is. 6 and okay. Uh-huh. A bit of murder here. Okay. I don't think he's gonna survive that one. Woohoo! Let's call that revenge for the last mission, huh? Let's head toward these black dots. And that is how we jug. Let's go back up and get some altitude. Oof, my heart is pounding. Is that his friend back there? No, that's a parachute. Alright. So that seems to be the trick to IFF. If it looks big and fat, it's probably my guy. If it's small and lighter color gray, it's probably enemy aircraft. These look like 247s. Are they chasing this guy? There's something going on over here. I don't have quite the advantage I did last time, so let's get some height back. Was looking a little hot. Let's cool that down a little. I question: to engage or not to? We have that decision. We have that option, which is nice. I don't have the same altitude advantage as I did last time. What's the friendly versus enemy situation? Is it 2-on-1 our favor? If so, I'm going to join in. If not, this might just be a formation here. Okay. Whoa, shit. Ground fire. I hope. If that's a fighter, I'm in deep shit. Yeah, that's a good reason not to skim the deck. What direction was the wind blowing? I forgot. Alright, so I'm gonna do like that. Okay. Now, this isn't a bad position to consider. Okay, whoa, there's that low speed shit you don't want to do in the P-47. Yeah, nope, nope, nope. Okay, it didn't look like it, but I almost died right there. That would have been a really easy spot to lose control of my plane. Since I'm already at landing type speeds, I'm going to drop my gear. Prop RPM up. Trim up. Nice bomber-like turn. Feeling kind of ragged on this, but flaps the rest of the way down. Sink rate's a little too high. Sink rate's a little too high. Sink rate's a little too high. Okay, that should do it. And it's a big grass field. Fast, but let's drop some of that speed off. Alright, a little bit of bounce. Still feels really fast to me, but flaps up. Cow flaps open all the way once you touch down, so you don't burn your engine out. I forgot to lock my tail wheel. Oh, still locked from takeoff. That's fine. All right. Not so bad. I didn't die. 109 did not get on my tail. Said 109 got shot down this time rather than the other way around. I didn't get to test the durability of the P-47, which is a good thing. Out and back. No damage, 1 kill. I'll take it, man. I'll call that a good success. And maybe this is going to be my parking spot from now on. It's convenient. Alright, let's clean it up. Alright, we're gonna shut off. What's the right way to do this? Clean out the plugs and that off. Battery, generator, pitot, fuel off. I think that's kind of it. All right. Oh, radio off. I'm making a note here. Huge success. That's way better than last time. We're learning. We're learning a little bit, yeah? All right. Thanks for watching Hanger079. Good hunting out there, and I'll catch you on the next one. Oh, wait. Let's check our debrief. He did. Okay, now, good hunting out there, and I'll see you on the next one.